Hey guys, Paddy here. Today I want to talk about what I would do if I could go back 6 months and start again in high ticket sales, whether there's anything I would change, whether I'm happy with the trajectory that I've taken, and really just giving you everything that I didn't have at the beginning. And the number one bit of advice, which nobody wants to hear but really is true, is you need to invest in yourself or invest in somebody else. If you're not getting some kind of mentorship, trying to get into the high ticket sales space, it's incredibly hard and you'll most likely fail. You could get it done, but essentially, when I started, I had the attitude that there's so many people selling courses on the internet, and I don't believe for a second that I can't figure it out by myself. I don't see why that's not the case. So I spent about 3 months, and albeit 3 months isn't that long, but working really hard. I was DMing 30, 40 people a day. I was going through every recruiter pipeline I could find on the internet. I was getting on LinkedIn and applying to every high ticket role I could find. Like, I was non stop trying to find something. And it finally dawned on me that I was not going to get one of these 10K a month roles at a good company just from cold outreach with zero sales experience. It's just not realistic. It can happen. There are people that, get lucky, and again, volume negates luck. So I don't want to say it's just luck, but who DM somebody and they happen to be looking for a sales rep and they build up good rapport somehow and they manage to get a role. That is possible, but it's so unlikely. So the first thing I'd say is if you're trying to get into this space, try to save up your money and invest in somebody. Now, I want to be able to plug my coach into this video, but I'm not going to do that. And the main reason is because I think it comes across as inauthentic. I don't want to just say use this guy because it then seems like this whole video is just about plugging my friend. So I'm not going to do that. So what I would suggest is get on YouTube, look up high ticket sales, watch videos because there's, I don't know, 100, 200 people selling mentorships on this. You can book in a discovery call with anybody. You can, you know, apply through whatever pipeline they've got, whether it's sending them a DM or whatever it might be, and just have a call with them. And this is what I did when I finally realized I need to invest in myself. I spoke to 4 or 5 different people and had a 30-minute conversation, decided how much I liked them, and then moved on to the next one until finally I found the person I'm working with now, who I got on well with and trusted him and thought he was the right person to invest in. Now, I want you to be careful when you're doing this because there are going to be scammers. There always will be scammers. Not every single person selling a course on how to get into high ticket sales is going to be legit. So you need to do your due diligence and actually get to know them and find out whether this person is just trying to make money off you. If you're not certain, please send me a message, drop me a comment. I'll always have my Instagram in the description, so you can DM me if you're not certain about somebody. But you know, be cautious. Don't just see somebody and say this guy looks nice, I'm going to pay him 3 grand immediately. You need to make sure that you vet these people. But ultimately, there's several reasons why this is an essential course of action to take. Firstly, just learning how to sell, actually understanding what selling in high ticket remotely looks like. That is just not something that you can pick up that easily from YouTube. I tried and I didn't understand until I met other people doing this thing and had my coach who walked me through it and taught me what high ticket sales really is in depth. So that's the first thing, just understanding the industry and learning how to sell. So, getting on coaching calls every day and doing role plays with other people and learning how to sell, because that means when you're trying to apply for an offer, you have a bit of experience behind you despite never being on a specific offer, not actually having any cash collected yourself. You have the experience from role plays and coaching calls. So that's the first thing. The second, which arguably is the most important for me, is the access to recruiters. So the majority of recruiters in the high ticket space who have an agency or have a coaching offer or whatever it might be, they will go to someone who coaches high ticket sales reps and ask them for their rep so that they can implement it into their offer. Because ultimately, they're not going to just hire some random guy who's DM'd them. They're going to go to well-known sales coaches and then take some of their sales reps that they've been coaching. So with my community, I've had so much access to really incredible jobs, like the job I'm on at the moment, which I'm planning to stay at for the next 12 months at least. I only got this through my mentor, and I wouldn't have found this role if I wasn't working with him. So that's the second thing, is just the access to roles that you get. And again, this is going to vary from sales community to community. There's going to be certain people who don't have as good a network of people they can connect you to. So that's another reason why you've got to vet the people that you're actually going to end up having as your coach. But that's huge. I mean, I would pay 3 to 4K over again just for access to their network alone. And the third thing, which is in many ways one of the most important, is you meet other people that are learning high ticket sales. So you're no longer alone in the process. Like, I've made so many friends through this of other guys my age who are learning how to sell in high ticket sales, and it's cool to have other people who you can bounce off and you can see what they're doing and jump on calls with them. One of the boys who is in the community that I joined literally 6 months back, or I guess it was only like 4 months back now. Anyway, one of them I'm going to live with in Colombia in a few weeks' time. I mean, that's incredible that in such a short period of time you can make friends, you can find people on a similar trajectory, and then just move to another country. I mean, that is really the goal of all this for me. So those are really the three things I would say, is the coaching, learning how to sell. That is not as easy as it seems. You can find sales books and YouTube videos where you've learned sales skills to an extent, but it's not the same as being coached every single day and having role plays with people who have been there and done that. You know, getting that boutique tailored training is just not something you can get on YouTube. Second thing is the access to jobs. You're not going to get access to these incredible high ticket offers just from LinkedIn or from DMs or whatever it might be. It's just not likely. And the third thing is you meet like-minded, ambitious people. You know, people that are going to start businesses soon. Having a big network of successful people is so important because, you know, in the past 6 months, I've met multiple six-figure business owners just off the back of my community that I've been in. And that is valuable and something that you can't get if you're just doing this by yourself. So that's really the advice I'd give. I know that's not what you want to hear. If you don't have $3,000 in your bank, a lot of people can, you know, do some kind of financing where you pay 700 or 1,000 a month or whatever it is. Just get a job. Like, if you can't afford to do that, then you really have a problem. You need to go work in a bar, work in a restaurant, you know, stack shelves, whatever it is. You need to start making some money so that you can invest in yourself and then ultimately get a 10x, 100x, 1000x return, because I've already paid off what I spent at this course in the course of 2 months. Like, that's insane to me that when I started, I had very little trust in the process. I did not really think that my money was going in the right place, but I was desperate, and so I did it, and it was the biggest and best risk I've taken in the past 2-3 years. It's changed my life, and you really should do that too. But if you're stubborn and you just don't want to spend any money on anybody else, what I'd recommend is just DM people. And again, I'm saying this from no experience because I did this and nothing happened from it, but just from what I understand, speaking to other people who've had success with this method, find people that are selling something, whether it's a mentorship or some agency owner or anything along those lines. Just get onto YouTube, get onto Instagram, get onto any social media platform and just DM these people. Send 50 DMs a day. Like, if you're serious about doing this by yourself, the volume you need to put in is going to be huge. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. So that's what I'd say. But ultimately, if you cannot save up $1,000 per month or £1,000 per month, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, there's no way that that's not achievable. Like, you can get a job, even a minimum wage job, if you put the hours in. And just bearing in mind, I did this while studying at university. So I was doing a full degree. I was training boxing as well. So I was flat out, and I was still able to save enough money to invest in this. So anyone can do it. You just need to put your mind to it and really burn the boats. But that would be my advice. Thank you for watching. I'm going to try and post a few more kind of educational videos like this in the future, because I do feel like it's mainly just been about myself as opposed to what I would actually do in your shoes. So hopefully that helped somebody. If you've got any questions, leave a comment, send me a DM. I'd be happy to answer. Thank you for watching.